Welcome back to another revision tutorial with Miss Sweet. Today we are exploring The Prelude by William Wordsworth. In this video, we will discuss a more concise way to revise for extract from The Prelude without missing out on key points and topics which could set your work apart. William Wordsworth wrote The Prelude over 40 years, beginning in 1798 after gaining an interest in how solitude allows people to connect with the world around them. The Prelude is an epic poem made of 14 books. Extract from The Prelude is a section from Book 1, which takes place in Wordsworth's childhood. Both of Wordsworth's parents died during his adolescence, and he was sent to live with relatives away from his birthplace in Cumbria. The Prelude appears to be autobiographical, based on childhood memories of the Lake District. To summarize the memory described in the extract, Wordsworth, during his childhood, stole a boat to explore the Lake District, and was startled by the sheer magnitude of the mountains around him. Themes: solitude. Without a support network in his new home, the then-child Wordsworth had no one to talk about his experience with. This gave his young mind free rein with the image of the mountain and no context from more experienced peers to put his mind at ease. Romanticism. The result of Wordsworth's experience in the extract is a newfound fear/respect of nature. This is a fundamental concept in the Romanticist movement, which was created during the Industrial Revolution as a form of protest and a desire to reconnect with nature. Nature inspires Romanticist writers and artists. Growing up. The Prelude itself documents a poetic series of memories personal to Wordsworth himself. In the extract, he is still a child, but by the end of the extract he loses innocence, going from a boy eager to explore a beautiful lake to one haunted by the darkness he saw. What does the mountain represent? It could be argued that the mountain represents just that, a mountain. Romanticism delves into the power of nature and human connection to the world around us. Wordsworth may have literally intended for the mountain to be the imposing vision of nature that shakes him with the realization of how small and insignificant human lives are in comparison to the natural world. However, the mountain may also represent Wordsworth's trauma. In extract from The Prelude, Wordsworth is the speaker. After witnessing the size of the mountains around him, from lines 35 to 44, Wordsworth describes numerous disturbing events such as, "O'er my thoughts, there hung a darkness, call it solitude, no familiar shapes, remained, no pleasant images of trees, of sea or sky, no colors." With these quotes, it could be interpreted that Wordsworth is haunted by the sight of the mountain casting a shadow over everything, the same way that humans suffer after trauma. Wordsworth's mountain may be a metaphor for his trauma, such as the loss of his parents at a young age, mistreatment by relatives, or losing 2 of his children in later life. Either way, the mountain alters his perception of reality. Boats are vessels. Vessels are containers which transport precious cargo within them, such as the Christian belief that human bodies are but vessels for souls. In this way, Wordsworth's stolen boat in extract from The Prelude can be interpreted endlessly. For example, the fact that the boat is stolen could be interpreted as a rite of passage from childhood to manhood through Wordsworth's view of masculinity, influenced by the time period. This would tie in with the concept of losing innocence, reflected in the contrast of his experience going from enchanting and exciting, glittering idly, sparkling light, proud of his skill, to disturbing and despairing, grave and serious mood. There hung a darkness, call it solitude, no pleasant images, no colors, trouble to my dreams. Within the extract, Wordsworth personifies the boat using pronouns such as she and her, which paint the stolen boat as a woman. The fact that the boat is stolen and Wordsworth personifies it as a she could be likened to kidnapping, or exerting other means of control over women. Furthermore, the oxymoronic phrase, troubled pleasure, suggests he has no right to be stealing the boat but feels entitled to, displaying his arrogance and entitlement in doing so. One summer evening, led by her, the verb found reveals that Wordsworth steals the boat, and the phrase led by her implies that he was manipulated, even tempted to do so by an unnamed her, who could be a personification of the boat, or nature itself. Line 5 also comments on the act of stealing the boat, with "it was an act of stealth." The track of sparkling light can be seen as a metaphor for the poet's thoughts or experiences that initially seem fragmented but eventually coalesce into a single, illuminating idea. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have found this useful.